Hey YouTubers, it's me again with a new video for yous, and this video I've been contemplating this all day because I was unsure whether to put it out or not, just because of my circumstances, and I'm still pretty raw from my circumstances, but then I thought about it again, and my late wife would tell me if I wanted to do it and get it off my chest, which is what I'm doing. And this is quite unusual, me standing up. Usually I'm in my chair for these kind of things, but a little bit more movement this time if I'm standing, so this is a first for me. So this week, unfortunately, pro wrestling has been hit with a double barrel gun. That's probably the best way I can describe it. Found out on Tuesday/Wednesday that middle-aged and crazy hardcore legend, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Terry Funk had passed away, which is a real shame to the wrestling industry. He inspired a hell of a lot of talent. Anybody that knows anything about the Funk family know about their legendary status. His brother Dory Funk, their father Dory Funk Sr., and people know in the wrestling industry that Dory Funk and Terry Funk were one of the first brothers in the industry to hold World Heavyweight Championship, that being the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. But that's not what this video is about. This video is a tribute to phenomenal wrestlers in their own generation. Nothing but condolences to the survivors of the Funk family. Terry Funk, people that know him, started his career in the late 60s, early 70s, and he went on, from there through the 80s, the 90s, the early 90s, even recently. I don't think he stopped going until like at least the 20 teens, and he like I say, unfortunately he has passed away, and it's pretty hard going, no pun intended, pretty hard going for a lot of us in the wrestling industry. Me being a WWF WWE guy, didn't know who Terry Funk was until he came on the scene in January of 2008, when they brought him in as Chainsaw Charlie, because Vince McMahon was still going through his gimmick themes at the time, and instead of bringing him in as himself as Terry Funk, he brought him in as a gimmick of Chainsaw Charlie. But then going back into watching archive footage, I found that Terry Funk was actually part of WrestleMania 2, so with his brother Dory. So that was weird for me, because I'd watched WrestleMania 2 back quite a few times before then, and I didn't realise that he was the same person. I didn't realise that at the time when I was younger. And now it's a case of you get to 1998, and then you see then his career goes from there. And it wasn't until the noughties where I started getting more into the historical archives of professional wrestling and found out that Terry Funk has been around for a long time, up to that point. And nothing but love for Terry Funk for what he did. He wasn't. I think I probably came to him too late, so I never really got on the Terry Funk bandwagon. I understood why people got behind him, totally. I mean, I suppose my generation's Terry Funk is, I would probably say, Mick Foley, you know. But the nice thing for me to see was Terry Funk getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. In the same year, I believe that Stone Cold Steve Austin got inducted with his brother Dory Funk Jr. So, as I say, if I sound like I'm rushing here, I do apologise. I've got somebody else in my head as well. But nothing but love and condolences to the Funk family over the passing of Terry. And the second person that I've got in my mind, and I do apologise for this because he was the same age as my late wife, Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt. It was put on social media earlier this morning by Triple H. Bray Wyatt's father, Mike Rotunda, aka IRS, got in touch with Triple H and told him that Bray Wyatt had passed away, and I was just about to settle down. I think I looked at my phone about 12:30 this morning, 1:45, and seen that, and I was like, oh my God. Oh, I felt it. I truly, I felt sad, and I got sad and upset and looked at his age and realised that Wyndham Rotunda is the same age as my wife. My late wife was 36 and Wyndham Rotunda is 36 as well, so probably it's a shame. I'm sorry if I get going here, I do apologise, but all this is coming from the heart. Yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow, because anybody that knows Wyndham Rotunda, when he broke into the WWF, WWE, he broke in as Husky Harris. He was kind of the same size as, almost like a modern day Dusty Rhodes, or like his grandfather Blackjack Mulligan. The size of him, you just never thought he would be a WWF, WWE kind of guy, and then fast forward, change a gimmick in NXT, and he gets repackaged as Bray Wyatt, and we get the Wyatt family. And the best way to describe it, it was almost as if he was doing an up-to-date version of the Phenom, The Undertaker, and then he got that ball and he ran with it all the way to becoming a WWF, WWE champion, a two-time Universal champion. I mean, the Bray Wyatt gimmick had twists and turns, and doing a 180 and then a 360 and a 180 again. Please go back on the WWF WWE network and see what I'm talking about. Just, the guy had such a mind for pro wrestling. Such a mind. I mean, I've went through supposed stories with friends for years of what the story could be, as why certain superstars become this, become that, why they need to be champion, why they don't need to be champion. And Wyndham Rotunda became one of those guys that, what a mind. I mean, what a mind this guy had. I mean, he had his lineage, his backstory goes all the way from his grandfather, Blackjack Mulligan, his dad, Mike Rotunda, aka IRS, his uncle, Barry Windham, and then you put all that together, and wow, what a pro wrestling career, what a pro wrestling mind to have, you know. Oh, it's a hard pill. It's a hard pill because of his age. He died 36 at 36, and then and then more has come out in the hours, and apparently earlier this year he contracted a heart condition via COVID, and then the prognosis was looking okay, and then all of a sudden he's died from a heart attack because of that heart condition, because of COVID. And it goes back to what potentially COVID started my wife's journey on the way of what happened. And I mean, talking about COVID is another video for another day completely. If I start going about that, I'll just get myself more worked up, and I will finish this video. So all that I want to say is thank you to Terry Funk. Terry Funk. Thank you to Terry Funk for everything that you contributed to professional wrestling. Thank you to Wyndham Rotunda for everything for the last the last 10, 13 years that you've contributed to professional wrestling as well. I mean, you started a cult, you know. You started a cult of fans. I mean, back in the day when The Undertaker was all dark and mysterious, you had the fans in darkness, and fans had their lighters up, and it created the atmosphere of what the Undertaker character was going forward. It went from lighters to cell phones, lights on torches on mobile phones, where fans were holding them up, and it was like a big cult again, like what the fans were like for the Undertaker. And what a wonderful thing to be part of pro wrestling, to be a pro wrestling fan and see all that evolution happen, you know. But I'm gonna get off here, otherwise I'll just keep ranting and I'll get myself worked up. But again, thank you, Terry Funk. Thank you, Wyndham Rotunda, for everything that you contribute to professional wrestling. And as I always say, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, and good journey in life, guys.